It all started with just a vote. A single choice in a sea of millions. And suddenly people we love vanished. Godparents to our children, lifelong friends, all gone with just a click. With a comment with silence. That's when the seed was planted. Don't unfriend me was just a name. It was a plea. A line in the sand, a refusal to let politics tear apart what humanity once held so sacred. We didn't set out to build a movement. We set out to tell the truth, even when it hurt. Long hours, lost sleep, more setbacks than anyone will ever see. There were days that felt like we were shouting into the void, but we kept showing up. Not for clicks, not for clout, but because this matters. We pushed through the doubt, the algorithm problem, the shadow bans, the isolation. The nights we sat at the mic with empty inboxes and broke spirits. And still, we stayed. We persevered. Because we knew there was something here worth fighting for. For years, thousands of hours, laughter, heartache, raw conversations, real people. And now, it all leads to this. One night, one room, one moment. We can agree, we can disagree. You can love me, or you hate me. Just don't unfriend me. It all starts right now.
Howdy y'all, this is Damani Felder. These are perilous times in American history, and now more than ever we need individuals who are willing to wage war on the ideological battlefield with like-minded individuals. And I can think of no better place to start than my friends at the Don't Unfriend Me show. So thank you for being here, and enjoy the show.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, everybody? I'm watching Ethan's playoff game. They're losing 4-1. 3 of the players can't be there because, I guess because there's an 8th grade award show. Who gives a living rat's ass about an 8th grade award show? You know what I'm saying? Stupid. But it is what it is. I'm sure to those 8th graders, it's important to them. It's just not important to me. Or Ethan, or me trying to get this iPad to stand up. That's even worse. Trying trying. Nah, fudge it. It's not going to work. Yeah, I was going to go to the game, but we got Tuesday night drawing to do. And yeah, 3 of their players, their MVP, their pitcher, I mean, they're just a third of their team is gone. And you know, it's going to be on the rest of the kids to kind of step up and make this happen. Hi, puppy. Come on, Ash. Come on in. So all right, let's do it. I did not have a chance to update the numbers for who is showing up on the show, obviously. I'm a little bit distracted. I apologize. Ryan Weaver coming on June 10th. We see that. We also know that we've got, go over a few more real quick. Let's see, Dave Bondi on June 19th and Gary Brugman on the 26th. July 8th, Tim Brown. Damani will be on there again somewhere in the middle of that. And yeah, we're excited to have everybody. So let's rock and roll. We got a busy show tonight. There's an election going on, as we know. Hi, Bubba. Hi, puppy. No, don't touch that. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. She's being finicky. She's not eating. She's being a pain in the ass. This dog's killing me. So good news. Let's see. We got... Can I put the game on in a corner on here? I love watching. Yeah, we probably could, but I don't know if I can make that happen alone solo while the show's going. Well, now it's 4-2. Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to think how I can do that. Broadcasting this iPad is a pain in the ass. But I do have Game Changer on my phone. And that, you know what? I mean, hell, this is kind of a... Honestly, I wasn't even going to be here tonight. It's been a weird week. For sure, especially with Chuck passing, and that's just it's got me feeling weird. You know what I mean? I've been logged out of this thing. I'm trying to log in. See if I can get this thing up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can do this. We can do this. Well, we can do anything. Okay, let me shut this down. Boom. Put that over there. Bring this thing. Put that on. Put it in telescopy. Sorry, folks. Yeah, you're going to get your money's worth. Don't worry about it. I got your back. Phone is in use. All right, turn the phone off then. Okay, now turn on the phone. All right. Unlock it. Come on. Don't give me this timeout shit. Connect. Oh, you piece of fucking... Oops. Sorry for the language. Apologize. Completely unprofessional, you know. I love this. Unlock your phone. You just told me to lock my phone. Now you want me to unlock my phone? You're a piece of shit. Just do it. Phone is in use. Lock your phone. Okay, I locked my phone. There, it's locked. Now what? Phone is used. Come on. Folks, share this shit out, will you? Come on, connect. Phone's timed out. I got to reset the phone. So stupid. Hold on. I'm getting it. I mean, you asked for it. I'm gonna get you the game. If my frickin' has anyone noticed that the iPhones have really turned to shit? I mean, I know I work for the company. I know I own stock, but they really have turned into shit. I mean, they suck. They crash all the time. They don't connect. The Bluetooth doesn't work. The transferring of files doesn't work. What do you mean you can't hear me? It's not my fault. Oh, the echo, I fixed it in the middle of the thing. Sorry, guys. The audio, sometimes I use this as my work computer, so it unfortunately conflicts. So I reset everything. Okay? All right, we're going to get started here in a second. Sorry. We're trying to get this done. This is important. And by the way, nobody's watching anyway because Facebook sucks. It took me 16 times to load the show to get on Facebook. 16 times. If you're having problems hearing me, you're going to need to restart your program. It's reloading. And hopefully this will work. Then we'll get the game on in the corner so I can watch it with you. And then we'll do the show. Election night in Maine. It's going to be big. Graham Plattner. We know the Democrats are going to forward Graham Plattner. We know that's going to happen. The question is how many of them are going to vote for a Nazi douchebag? It's interesting, right? I mean, seriously. All right. Trying to get this thing up. Hold on. This doesn't work. We're screwed. We're done. Sorry for the echo. This game's just, this phone's a piece of shit. Oh, I know why. Okay, Bluetooth on, Bluetooth off. Let's go. All right, here we go. See if this works. Unlock my phone. You just told me to lock my phone. God, I hate Apple. If Steve Jobs was alive, he would smash these fucking phones on, just like destroy every one of them. He would just smash them. Lock your phone to connect. Then it's going to tell me to unlock my phone. Unlock your phone. Lock your phone. Unlock your phone. I swear. I'm going to put this phone into place. Enter passcode. Okay, there it is. Okay, there's my phone. There's my passcode. Okay. I just did it. Connect. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're not going to watch the game. Now I got to go back because I wasted all my time doing this. What a shit show. Why do you guys even watch this show? What a pile of crap this show is. This is ridiculous. Swear to God, Facebook 16 times to get the show loaded. Why am I even worried? I'm like, nobody's watching. We went from 150 to 175 a night, beating Tim Pool, and now we can't even get the show booked. It's just crap. I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood just because, you know what? Life is less without Chuck. It's just true. And it's not like Chuck and I talked every day. It's just to know he's not out there. You know what I mean? It really sucks. It really, really sucks. Now my phone works. Did you see that? I just threw it away and I said, screw it. And now it's back on. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Now I got to find this app. Game Changer. Where's it at? I don't remember how to do a search on this thing. Aha, Game Changer. Here we go. All right. There's that. You stupid piece of sugar muffins. You cotton-headed nilly-muggins. No, I don't want to focus. No, I want to do some Tai Chi. That's what I want to do. In the middle of the show. No, I want to get Game Changer uploaded. Let's go. There it is. Apps. No, I don't want to go into the settings. I want to upload the fucking app and play it and do it. I hate the iPhone. That's the biggest Apple fan in the world. Can't stand it now. Can't stand it. Worst phone in the world. Okay. This has got to be hilarious for y'all watching this. It's like watching a monkey fuck a football. No, see, I don't want that. I want Game Changer. There, that one. Thank you. Now, open it. Look up how to make it on YouTube. Make what? Oh, there's the Game Changer. Here we go. It worked. Hey, 4-3. Good job. See? I told you I'd get it. Well, let's watch the game. Screw it. We're watching the game tonight. We're not doing anything. We're not. We're gonna do something else. Hold on. Folks, donations are up, and God knows why you wouldn't want to donate to this amazing show after what you just saw. Look at all that professionalism. There it is, baseball. All right, let's see who's up. The stats are usually on top. They're there. All right, scores 4-3. Looks like Liam's up. I think my son was already up. He must have done something. Let's find out what he did. Can we watch this for a few minutes? Great. I'm glad you guys agree. Thanks. Okay, so oh, son of a bitch. It's all right. You had to make that run. You had to make that run. You had to run on him. Why wouldn't you? You have to run on him on that. Yeah, Olivia is behind home plate. All right, it's a break. So now we can pause. You guys can hear that okay, right? All right, so let me do this. So we will come back in. So right now, let's look at the plays. Let's see what happened. Ethan. Ooh. Oh, my son was caught stealing home. He had to make that run. That was Ethan who got thrown out. So, let's see. Looks like, Ethan got walked. Yeah, Ethan got walked. And then Ethan advanced to steal second, and then he got thrown out going home. That's unfortunate. He's gonna be getting pissed at himself for that, but that's okay. You know what? I don't care. Kids got to play. You know what I mean? All right, so let's do this. Let's see. I got to mute it. Can't mute it, so I'm just going to close it, and we'll bring it back up. How about that? We'll bring it back up later. There we go. All right. Since Ethan's up, I'll give you guys an update on what the score is. We got a show to do. We don't have time for this shit. We got a show to do. So let's do this. All right. What position does Ethan play? He plays a whole bunch of different things. So Tommy Cawthon donated $5 for the monkey porn show. Wow. That's it? Monkey porn's expensive. All right. So thanks for humoring me. Hey, Tanja's back. Finally. Nice to see you, Tanja. It's been a while. All right, let's rock and roll. We get stuff to do. My son, I will tell you where he's at, what he's doing later. He got caught stealing home. It sucks. It was a close call. I saw it. I thought it would look like him running, and it is what it is. All right. 4-3. That's good. They're the Pirates. This is the second best team in the division, and they're missing 3 of their players. So, all right. So first things first, Graham Plattner is going to be going on, but let's do the drawing. Everyone, let's have some fun doing this. Nothing wrong with that. Let me go ahead and put the window in, and we're going to do the drawing because we got to get this done. This is a big one. All right. So let's see. Okay. So here's the thing. Someone needs to. Hey, no. No barking. What are you doing? Knock it off. I know you're upset. You didn't eat all day. It's not my fault. You're the one that decided not to eat. We bought you the tastiest food with beef stew and chicken, and you chose not to eat. Now you're upset and you're hungry. Well, that's not my fault. That's your fault. Go eat the food that's out there. I know, Tommy. I know what I said. I was just messing with you. Real quick, the Sherman tank is complete. So I know you can't see that. It is 100% complete. And authentic. Look at that. It's got all the rust. You can even look at the front. The front looks killer. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't do it justice until you get up close. But the Sherman tank is complete. And it is now done. So officially 2 models in the books, F-14 and now the Sherman. Okay, listen, for the people who are just signing on and going, I've never seen this show before and I don't know if I ever want to watch it again, don't take it personal. We're in a weird move. You know what I mean? It's just some things are going crazy right now. So we're just trying to get centered again. We lost a good friend of the show, and honestly, it feels a little weird being alone tonight. Not gonna lie. I wish my kids were here, my wife was here, but they're not. So I'm just kind of, you guys are gonna have to take care of me tonight. Feeling a little off. You know what I mean? Anyway, the Sherman looks good. Okay. So here's the deal. This is how it works. Once a month, you guys donate $25 on a night. Last night we raised, I think, $11.50. Huge. Thank you, by the way. And let's see, we've had 14 orders of the coins, and then we have another listener who is going to be ordering 30 of them. So we've almost sold 50 of those damn things. Epic Mint was stoked. They're like, we don't have that many. And I said, well, then you better get busy. So just FYI, yeah, there it is. So almost 50 of those coin sets sold. So if you have not seen it, I'll show you in a little bit after we do this. But tonight is a little bit different because we're going to have one jacket drawing, the second jacket drawing because we raised over 1,000. Then we're going to do the coffee coin because not only are you getting a 12-ounce bag of coffee, but we're going to give you a coin set too for free because we like you. So there's going to be 4 rolls. Every single person on here has a chance to win. Anonymous is on here to protect their name, but we know who they are. And let's just rock and roll. Let's just do it. So remember, this is for the Columbia jacket, or you can get the Dumb Nation jacket, the Red Friday jacket, or the I think we can do the Red Friday jacket, can't we? Wasn't that okay to do? No, the Dumb Nation jacket, the Don't Unfriend Me Show jacket. That's right. And then the Sherpa blanket, or a 5-pound bag of coffee worth $100. So, and then you get the single bag of coffee and the coins. So we have to write this shit down because I will not remember. Okay. Here it is. Let's go. So we'll show you the coins in a second, but here it is. First spin of the night, and we'll figure out who's winning. And then I'm going to be with you guys until the game's over, honestly. So we'll be good. Who's ready? Are we ready? Okay, we're ready. Here we go. Rock and roll. Ooh. First drawing for jacket number 1 from last night's In It to Win It. Carrie Ripley. Believe it or not. You guys remember that? Ripley's Believe It or Not. Congratulations, Carrie. Big winner. Chicken dinner. I better write this shit down. Liv will get so mad at me if I don't write this down. Where's Slack? There it is. Okay. How do I put this in here? She's gonna kill me. I don't want to mess up her thingamabob. She'll get all mad. Here. So this will be June winners jacket. Carrie Ripley's Believe It or Not. Okay. All right. I hope that works. Okay, here we go. Whew. Woohoo! I'm yelling in my camper. Nice. That's cool. See, I love it that people get excited. JD's writing them down. Good, man, because I'll screw it up. All right. So there's number 1. Number 2 jacket. Let's remove her name so she can't win now. All right. Removed Carrie Ripley. All right. So now we're on roll number 2. So this is the type of fun we have here. We have a good show. We do cool stuff. All right. So here it is. This is for jacket number 2. And then we'll remove that person. Then everyone's entered to win the coffee and the coins. That's just the way we do it. Okay. Everybody excited? All right. Jacket number 2. Here we go. Let's hope some good luck. There's so many people who are deserving. I just wish I could give it to everybody, but we can't do it. Here we go. Oh boy. All right. It's excitement. Excitement. Past Christine Clark, Santana, Sherry. Is it Bobby? Mike Roch. Oh, so close on Bobby. Mike Roch. I know Bobby wanted that damn jacket. I know she's been trying for it real hard. I got her a birthday t-shirt, though. But Mike Roch,
Congratulations, man. Mike Roch. He's been sending in $12.34 a week for like, I don't even know how long. He sends us a payroll check. This guy sends us a payroll check. I mean, how cool is that? And he's like, here you go. You're on the payroll. I mean, come on. There's so many deserving people. All right, Mike Roch. Jacket number 2. Utah. Give me 2. Congratulations, Mike. Mike's not even on right now. Mike doesn't come on till later, but he's going to be excited. So when you guys see the guy who it is a payroll check. It's actually a payroll check. He sends me. I know it's not a W-2, but you get my point. It looks like a payroll check. It's from his company. When you guys see the guy from Twitch jump on, and that's him. Mike Roch. Exciting. Carrie Ripley. All right, let's remove Mike. Now, listen, this is a great consolation prize because it's an amazing bag of coffee, and you get the coins. Is it Mike Roch? Yeah, no, I know. I trust me, I know. I asked him. I asked him. Trust me. I absolutely understand the play on words there. By the way, y'all, just FYI, these are the coins we're talking about. So we're giving away 2 of these and a bag of coffee. And these are on sale on the site for $39.99. You get 2 engraved coins. You get the box. It's incredible for that price. It's ridiculous. We talked to Epic Mint today, and I'm like, listen, I got about like 50 of these things. And they're like, we don't have that many. I said, well, you better get busy because people want them. All right, so here we go. Number 3 and 4 drawing. We're going for a bag of coffee and the box coin. So here it is. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, Mike Roch. Yeah, no, I'm very aware. We still get a payroll check from him. Here it is. Drawing number 3 for coins and coffee. Coins and coffee. Bobby, Doty, Holly, Sandra, Casey, or Crenshaw. Sandra, Casey, or Crenshaw. Oh, it's Crenshaw. Is it Deirdre? Is it Crenshaw? Is it Crenshaw? Longtime listener, Janet Crenshaw, in with a coffee and coins. Congratulations. Even Baby Ash is happy. Baby Ash is very happy. She's excited. Janet Crenshaw, coffee and coins. Congratulations. Good stuff. This is fun. I needed this. Coffee and coins, Janet Crenshaw. All right. I spelled coffee wrong. I feel like I'm Trump. Coffee. All right. This will be the last one. Janet Crenshaw. That's been good for her. She's been in it to win it for a while. This is the last one. This is for the coins and the coffee. Now, the good news is the coins are still for sale. You can go pick them up yourself. But remember, we'll do this again next month. And we do it on the first Monday, or the first Friday of the month. So July, whatever that will be, we will go ahead and do it. So here we go. Last chance. Then we're going to get a show to do. Polls should be closing soon. In fact, they're closed now. So we want to find out what's going on. Here it is. Spin number 4 for the coins and the coffee. We already have 2 jackets out the door, 1 coffee and coins out the door. Deborah Paris, Lois, Jean, Brianne Chase. Yes, Brianne Chase is the winner. Gets coins and coffee. Congratulations to all winners. That's fun. That's good stuff. And I know there's some people who are like, you know what? I donate every single month and I never win. Well, here's the thing. You're a winner in my book, and you got your name on the scrolling ticker, which we'll be updating tomorrow. I have about 35 new donation names to upload to that. So your name will be there. You're recognized forever in infamy on the Don't Unfriend Me show. That's kind of cool. But here's the thing. No, we're not spending it. No, we're not spending it. No. We have nothing else to give. I have no fucks left to give. Can't do it. But the good news is, if you keep trying, there's a good chance you'll win, because what happens is that everybody gets put in the end of the year drawing. And every time you give $25 and enter, during that evening, you will get your name entered into the end of the year drawing. And then that drawing is huge. We draw for 5 winners. We have 5 different prizes. Last prize, the first prize was incredible. They got a wooden flag. They got signed autograph. They got a bunch of different books autographed. There was a whole bunch of shit. Shirts. They got a jacket. I mean, it was great. So we'll be doing the same thing at the end of this year. So if you want to get in, that's it. Janet says, I have a question. Yes, Janet, you go ahead, ask it. She's like, if I don't want the coffee or the coins, can I? Yes, that's the answer. Yes, of course you can. You can get something else of equal value. Brianne goes, yay, thank you. Watching on my husband's account because I got locked out of mine. Good. I'm glad you're on. Janet, ask your question. And if it's, can you swap out some? Yes, I'm fine with that. The coffee is like, I don't know, $20, and then the coins are $39. So if you want to put it towards something else, that's fine. That's fine. Just ask. Or she's going to say she wants my autograph, which of course you can have that too. All right, let's go. We're busy. We got stuff to do. No more screwing around. I don't know where the ball game is, because in my stupid move, I accidentally closed it. Ethan's going to be so pissed he got thrown out at home. But the good news is it's only 4-3. It's the top of the 4th. And it looks like the Nationals are going to be up. That's Ethan's team. All right, Janet, ask your question. I'll get to it when I can. Let's get rocking and rolling. We got some busy stuff to do. Let's do this. First things first. Let's go find the election night coverage on Maine. Like I said, Graham Plattner's going to win. The question is, how big are they going to come out voting for the Nazi? Whoa, that is farkin' cheese Louise. God, I feel like I just ate garlic, and I have a proclivity for wanting to suck your blood. My dog is so upset. She's like, I'm starving, Dad. Well, it's not my fault. You didn't eat your damn food. That's all you had to do. All right, let's see. Anything on Plattner? Donation came in. Robert Marlar, $21.10. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. Polls close at 8. So nothing yet. So that's okay. We got some time. That's good. We can get caught up. All right, let's get caught up. Did Janet ask? The coins, can you spin for someone else to give to them? My entry was a gift, but I will take the coffee. My entry was a gift. You mean someone gave it to you? Janet? I don't understand. The coins, can you spin for someone else to give to them? My entry was a gift, but I will take the coffee. Were you like you paying for somebody else? Help me understand. We'll work it out, but you deserve those coins. You won, so they're cool. Unless you don't want them. I mean, you don't. I'll send them to somebody else of your choice, and sure, I'll spin again if you want me to. But I think you've earned it. And if someone paid your $25, well, then that's just the way it goes. No, the answer is no. You're getting both gifts. But if you paid for somebody else and you wanted to go to somebody else, well, then the karma's yours. You deserve it. Extra donation for someone who donated last night. Oh. Well, then that's okay. But that's okay, Janet. That's the way this works. You won. There's people who've won jackets before who had someone else donate. This is what we do here. Let's rock and roll. Janet, you want me to call you after the show? I'll call you. I got your number. I'll call you. I'll call you after the show. All right, I got to get going. We'll talk about this. But if someone donated $25, you're getting it. You're getting it. It's yours. That's just the way this works. No. But if you meant the $25 to go to someone else, then we'll re-roll the coins and we'll call it good. You just tell me what to do. She says, okay, good. See, there you go. Keep it. Enjoy it. Take those coins. Don't spend it. I told you to eat. My dog. I swear. All right. So Graham Plattner, we've got a little bit of time, but here's AOC. AOC had some things to say about Graham Plattner. I need you to autograph it then. Okay, we'll see. now we're requesting way too much for me. All right, maybe. AOC, Graham Plantner. This is her dancing around the subject whether Graham should have the office or not. Seeing Democrats tie themselves in knots going, let's see, we've been ripping on Trump as a convicted felon, as a sex offender, as Russian collusion, and now we're literally endorsing a Nazi. This kind of looks bad. You know what I mean? Here it is.
When it comes to the substance of this reporting, obviously there's a lot in that behavior that's really challenging. It's hard to stomach, in some of it. But at the end of the day, I think that this is a choice.
She's pretty much like every other person. But, at the end of the day, it's a choice. So here's what it comes down to. See Ash? Say hi, Ash. She's just sitting here barking at the TV. What? Come here. What do you want? Dog, I can't give you anything. Food is out there. Go eat it. Do you want love? Come here. She won't. It's my dog. What? What are you staring at me for? What do you want? Do you have to go outside? You're not going outside. It's too late. All right, let's rock and roll. So the whole premise of this is Graham Plantner. And the sexual assault stuff, listen, that just comes with the job. Everyone's going to be, no matter if you did it or not, you are going to be accused of sexual assault. That's the way it is. Hi, Mel. It's good to see you. Glad you have internet again. We missed you. Ash's people are gone. Well, I'm her people. But she's with me all day. She misses the kids. There's no doubt. So I'm not going to get on this sexual assault shit. This always comes out right before the election. It's a grain of salt to me. It really is. You guys may not like it. Oh, Matt, how can you defend him? I'm not defending him. He's a douchebag. The fact that he's a socialist communist, the fact that he's a neo-Nazi fascist at the same time, and the guy is obviously a little whacked in the frickin' head, and he's cosplaying as an alpha male. That should be enough. Why do we need sexual assault and weird apps and stuff? You know what I mean? We don't. Hi, Joanne Townsend. So we don't need those things. It's enough. But to Democrats, they don't care. Democrats absolutely want this seat. And the reason they want this seat is that if they don't win this seat, then they know they're not going to win the Senate. And they want the Senate because without the Senate, they can't impeach Trump. That's it. That's it. So this whole thing, when they go, oh, yeah, well, Donald Trump and blah, 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 and convicted felon, and he's Hitler, and you just throw this back in their face. Yeah, well, you guys wanted Graham Plantner. And they're like, oh, well, stolen election. Well, what happened when you guys didn't win with Stacey Abrams? Explain to me why Democrats have not elected their own primary candidate for president in the last 3 elections. You guys didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. You wanted Bernie Sanders. She won with super delegates. They rewrote the convention rules and gave it to Hillary Clinton in the last minute. Then in 2020, they didn't want Biden. They wanted Pete Buttigieg and once again, Bernie, I got 3 houses Sanders. Then we know what happened with Kamala, the coup against Biden. Biden won the delegate count. He won 31 out of so many states in his primary runs. He was unchallenged. In the end, he was the Democratic nominee in all 50 states. But Kamala Harris comes in and they perform a coup. And they tell Biden, go, you're out of here. Or they probably did what they did with Swalwell. They threatened him. We're going to release some information. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And maybe we throw Hunter in jail. Maybe release some files that you don't want out. Whatever it was. The same thing they did to Swalwell. And they're probably going to do the same thing to Plantner. He's going to win. And then they're going to go ahead and force him out after this election. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. So don't let them fool you. They don't care about Nazis. They just care if the other side has made up Nazis. See, made up Nazis are something to be very much concerned about. But real Nazis, they're not even a threat. And doesn't that put that in perspective for you? Can Pratt challenge the vote count? No. No, not unless it's close. And it's not going to be. By the time they count these votes in the next 40 some odd days, he's probably going to lose by 5 or 6 points. No. Hunter claims he is running for president in 2028. He very well may. Don't underestimate him. The Democrats don't care. We just saw this with Graham Plattner. You think that they'd care that he was a crackhead? No, it makes him endearing. He learned from his mistakes. He's Joe Biden, but he's aware. Yeah, right. This guy has literally been fired for every single thing he's ever done. But don't underestimate him. Don't underestimate him. Don't underestimate the power of the stupidity of the Democratic Party and its constituents. Here is a gentleman. Listen, this bothers me. Piers Morgan is kind of a dick. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't very happy with Michael Knowles here either. This guy was on Piers. And listen, I think it's important to argue with people, right? And I think it's absolutely important to argue with LGBTQIA plus all this crap. It's important to challenge their thought process of why are you indoctrinating children? Why do you need me to embrace your sexuality? All these things. Why do you need to redefine what a man and a woman is? Why do we need to chemically castrate? All these things. I get it. Keith Baker, $25. Thanks, Keith. I appreciate you. Good luck to Ethan. Thank you. I'll give you an update here. See if there's an update on the game. Let me get my spectacles. Oh, Ash, you should have ate something. I don't know what to tell you. It's still 4-3. Pirates are up. This can't be live. Oh, here we go. 4-3, 1 out. Pirates are up. Bottom of the 4th. No, the Nationals are up. I see. Pitch counts 2-1. Ramsey's up. Little Ramsey. Go get him, Ramsey. Nolan. See if Nolan gets a hit. So here's the thing. You should challenge the LGBTQ phenomenon, right? Not necessarily LGB. I think that fight has been fought. I think most people are fine with people doing whatever they want in their own bedrooms. We don't love the sin. We understand that it's they should repent, all those type of things, but hate the sin, not the sinner, right? But transgender shit's a little bit weird because it's not just your transgenderism. That impacts my kids. It impacts my schools. Got a single. That's great. We got a man on first and second, it looks like. And, I think Fisher's up. Fisher's a good little hitter. We'll see if we can drive these runs in. But that's it. But this guy goes on. He's gay. I watched the whole video, and he wasn't a jerk. He's like, listen, I'm here to talk about the lesbian, gay, and bisexual community. I don't necessarily represent all the whole alphabet when it comes to these people. And I thought this was a little weird. You guys tell me what you think about this. Here's Piers and Mike Knowles, who I really like Mike, but it just felt bully. Like they were bullying this kid to speak on something that he shouldn't have to. First of all, he's in England. Two-Spirit. They wanted him to talk about Two-Spirit. He's like, I don't know what Two-Spirit is, because that's a Native American thing here in the States. How would anyone in England know about that? I mean, that's like, us getting detailed in the Aborigines or the Irish or Scottish enslavement by the English. So, just watch this. You guys tell me.
It's LGBTQ plus.
No, it's LGBTQIA2SL+.
Right, sure.
What does any of that mean?
Are you now going to test me on what that is?
Yeah, because I've no idea.
That's amazing.
Two means two-spirit.
That's right.
I heard that one.
Yes, two.
It's a modern Indian thing.
What's that about?
Queer or questioning, and then also intersex, asexual.
Okay, and then Two-Spirit.
Yeah, Two-Spirit.
Yeah. What's that?
I think that is a American, Canadian. I actually, to be honest, I don't know.
Idea.
But listen,
we're celebrating something you've no idea what you're celebrating.
In the interest of pride, I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, great.
They say that Two-Spirit was this ancient Native American sexual identity. But it's not actually. It was invented in 1990.
How does Michael Knowles know this and you don't?
Because
you know, when people talk about things like Two-Spirit, whatever, and I start to say, well, I can identify as whatever I want, and I do the old, okay, I want to be a Two-Spirit penguin, and then you all go, well, that's ridiculous. But here are you supporting a month, celebrating a series of terminology which you don't even know what some of it means.
As a gay man, I'm supporting anyone in the LGBTQ plus community.
Why would you exclude the Two-Spirit?
Anyone, Piers.
Why are you excluding the Two-Spirit?
You're trying to cancel me within my own community. I know what you're doing.
I think there'll be a shock. They will be as shocked as I am. You can't describe what the Two-Spirit
I think in the UK we don't have Two-Spirit, so I'm not completely across that. And I don't.
Would you like to apologise to the Two-Spirit community?
Would you like to apologise to the Two-Spirit community?
Why?
Because
he supports them. He's including them.
Right, great.
I've included them. You haven't.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Would you like to apologise?
Can I tell you
to the Two-Spirit community for not knowing what they mean?
Yeah, sure. I apologise to the Two-Spirit community for not knowing what that means.
But you apologise?
But I would like to understand.
But you accept this is part of the problem that we're spending a month celebrating stuff which you can't even explain what we're celebrating.
I think that's a little disingenuous, right? Like if people want to go ahead and talk about Christmas, that's fine. But if they want me to go ahead and then own everything about St. Nicholas all over the world, then we're in some serious shit. Because St. Nicholas and Santa Claus and about 50 other names for Santa in other cultures, and I think one of them's Pepe something. In Mexico, isn't the black Del Negro Pedro or something like that? No, that's not it. That was in the movie Collateral, which is an excellent movie, by the way. But my point is that there is a long history of Saint Nicholas, and Saint Nicholas of Croix, and other pieces of history around that I have no idea about. So if you asked me and said, "Oh, well, do you celebrate the burning of the fig leaf on the third night?" And I'm going to be like, "No." Like, oh, so you're not a real Christian and you don't celebrate, Pierre Noel. You don't celebrate Christianity. No, that's not true at all. I am a Christian and I believe in Christmas. But Santa Claus has nothing to do with being a Christian. In fact, it's completely antithetical. Oh, so because you don't believe in one made up, figure who delivers presents, you don't believe in Jesus. It's like, what? Wait, that's not what I said. It's what you said. Well, why can you believe in one made up one? You can't believe in the other. I'm like, are you saying Jesus is made up? So I would immediately be on the defensive. I wouldn't let myself get into that conversation to begin with because I know what Piers is doing. And I'd say, Piers, do I still beat my wife? And Piers would be like, what? I'm like, do I still beat my wife? There's no answer to this that I can answer. There's no acceptable answer. Because I don't understand what Two-Spirit is doesn't mean that I don't support lesbian, gay, transgender people and queer people. I do. I just don't know what the fuck Two-Spirit is. Oh, well, then that disregards your entire argument. Very similar to people who you can go ahead and talk about the Syrian revolution. You can talk about the Moors and the Saxons. You can talk about the Kurds, the Shia, the Sunni. You can talk about the Jews, the Gentile, the ancient Judea, ancient Samaria. You can talk about the vagabonds and the gypsies. You can talk about the Palestinians. You can talk about Palestinia. You can talk about the monetary systems. You can talk about Aramaic. You can do all of those things. And then all of a sudden, people are like, well, what about the Mesopotamians? And you're like, Mesopotamia, I don't know. What about them? And they're like, well, since you don't know about the Mesopotamians, everything you just said is completely for naught, and it shows that you don't know what you're talking about. This is a fallacy argument. And it happens all the time. And a lot of people do it to the appeal to authority. And this is what Piers is doing, is because you're not an authority on everything LGBTQ, SPIA, Two-Spirit, whatever. Since you don't own all that nonsense, therefore you're ignorant. I think it was stupid. I think it was wrong. I think you don't need to treat people like that. And I think that Piers, if he was making a joke, wasn't funny. And if I was that kid, when the camera turned off, I'd look at Piers and I'd say, go fuck yourself. And Michael Knowles, you too, because Michael Knowles, you're an intellectual. And I don't think that's cool. To me, I think you're going after the kid because he's gay, not because he can't describe what two-spirit is. That's what it feels like to me. And I don't know. That's pretty cheap. Just like if somebody was a Jew or an Arab or a conservative or a Democrat, treating people like that, it's not acceptable. And I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it has any bearing. So he's just he's a glorified Jerry Springer. So if I was that kid, I probably would have told him to go F himself. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. So this one's interesting. This is Donald Trump. But you need to stop. Like, I'm going to throw you outside. You're running around in circles. You're being absolutely ridiculous. You need to stop. Okay? Okay. Good talk. Here is a kid who Donald Trump had up on stage and put him on the mic, and it was just a really good story. I figure you guys would want to see it. Please do me a favor, share this out, folks. Like it if you can. Remember, we are at $250 in $50 in donations. We have $250 to go. Here is God's Kid. I thought this was an interesting video. Watch this.
Hi, I'm Shane Cetus. I've been a Christian my whole life, and Jesus means everything to me. When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using a book called My Shadow is Pink. The book said you can choose your gender based on feelings instead of how God made us. I knew this was not right, but I was afraid of getting in trouble. After my family spoke up, the school treated us badly, and kids started bullying me and my brother because of our faith. And the school did nothing to stop it. It hurt a lot, but I kept trusting God. I believe kids like me should be able to live our faith at school without being forced to go against what we believe. I hope no other family has to go through what mine did. Thank you.
Thank you, Shay. Great job.
Anonymous donated $50. Let's not forget to support the Dumb Show tonight. Dummies rock. Get it done. Thank you. 10110 is where we're at. Appreciate you. Olivia and Hayden are putting in donations while they're at the game, which is pretty nice. You know, I'm going to just take you down memory lane. When I was growing up, Christians were some of the nicest people, and those kids really never picked on anybody. They were always well dressed. They were always well mannered. They were polite. They did well in school. They prayed before they ate. Cleanliness was important to them. They never got in trouble in the way that other kids did. And, you know, some of them, you know, got a little bit fast and loose when they got some freedom, but most of them did nothing other than represent their parents well. What is wrong with people where you attack people based upon their belief systems? It's even when I was not embracing Jesus Christ as my Savior and wasn't a practicing Christian in any way, shape, or form, as far as going to church or putting my hands together and praying. Ash, you're driving me crazy. Please. Like, I'm gonna do the Hassan Piker thing and put you in a shock collar. Now Yenny's in here. Holy shit! Oh, you both are. Knock it off. Yenny's meowing her way to jump up on the table because she heard her name. But when I look at it, even when I wasn't a believer, so to speak, I never degraded other people's beliefs ever. Like, I never tried to insult them. I would ask questions and I would get involved, but I would never degrade people based upon their belief structure. This is a child. Who does that? And then who forces a kid to read books and project their teacher's wants and needs on another child as far as their sexual disposition? Man, there was a time when that stuff would happen that would get people in jail. Those teachers would be arrested. Those teachers were people with mirrored sunglasses in vans. What a good kid. And great for Trump being there. You know, good for him to go to this and actually show this kid some support. I hope, good for him. We need more kids like this. And this generation and the generation that's currently moving towards adulthood are embracing God at a rapid clip. My daughter, I mean, her friends and her do Bible study all the time. And I'm like, what? Like, what, when did this, like, is this all it takes to raise a kid, is just kind of slap them around a little bit when they get out of hand, and then, you know, give them discipline, but let them grow up and let them be adults and they'd make the right decisions? Holy shit. But this is what's happening. And the kids are growing up and they're defending themselves and they're standing true to their belief structures. But this is a good thing. The Christian revival in this country is an important thing. And I haven't been to church in 2 weeks. I feel horrible. I got to go this Sunday. And a little bit of a side piece here. Not a side piece, side note. My next model I'm doing is an A4 Skyhawk, and that's my pastor's plane, as you guys remember when I did his interview here, that he flew. So I'm going to make him the model. And I sent him pictures of the stuff I've made, and he, you know, rants and raves. And I've been in his office, and he has a little A4, little Mattel Tonka, but I got him a full size one. I'm going to make it for him. But the point is, Sherry, that's funny. Matt, you're the one that said you were all by myself. I'm not going to sing all by myself. That's not going to happen. That's funny though. It's really funny. You're going to get a crying emoji. There it is. A little crying emoji. Me in tears as I'm alone. But I want to see more of this. I want to see kids be able to stand up and quote scripture and battle this stereotype that because people believe in God, that somehow they're not as smart or intellectual as other people. It really infuriates me. Some of the brightest, most articulate people I've ever met in my life are people who believe in God, and from all different walks of life. And it may not be Christ or it may not be Jesus, but people who have faith usually have a higher intellectual understanding of the world. They come across as worldly, and usually have much insight on things that are difficult to understand, whether it's raising of children or, you know, a kid suffering from alcoholism, or a kid that is in a relationship that isn't good for them, or whatever it might be. Religion has a way of facing things and talking to people by being extremely good listeners and using love to get through, you know, tough problems and tough times. So good for this kid. And I'm glad President Trump, more of this, less of telling me that there's a deal on the horizon again for Iran, when you've been saying it now for 3 months and you've said it at least 70 times. There is no deal. Iran is not going to ever make a deal with you. The only way that they will make a deal is if you nuke them. So you aren't going to get a deal with Iran. You have to cripple them to a point where they no longer have a military and rely on the IRGC. And then it's a matter of arming the Kurds to the south and the Pakistanis to the east, and literally splitting Tehran in the north and the south, and making Kurdistan the south and the north a no man's land, and have the IRGC push into the south and then drop Moabs on them and wipe them out. You're not going to get a deal with Iran, and they're not going to uphold it. This is what Iran is designed to do, and they can do this indefinitely. They don't need 100 drones a day. They need 5 drones a day. And they don't need to make thousands of ICBMs. They only need to make 2 or 3. And they can create instability and run proxy with their terrorist groups that are across 7 different countries. So I respect President Trump. And when he says, I can get a deal done, I'm letting you know, no, you can't. The only way you can get a deal done is to show a sign of contrition towards them, like Obama did, and appease them by giving them money. Give them $150 billion, pallets full of cash. Gave them an Iran nuclear deal, which allowed them to continue to spin centrifuges up into the mark of making it into, you know, I'm drawing a blank, but spinning into uranium, weapons grade uranium. I came back. Sorry, I lost track for a second. And taking that up to that 59% point or 60% point literally puts them on the precipice, on the doorstep of 2 weeks before they can get it to weapons grade. Folks, that's the number. Whether you like it or not, people are like, oh, well, they've been saying that forever. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Well, that's because the Jews and IDF and Mossad have been killing scientists and sabotaging these centrifuges in these secured areas, cutting out power, hitting them with precision strikes. They've been doing this for 20 years. So my whole point is that I appreciate President Trump's effort, but as I supported him going in and hitting Iran, remember what I told you, that if he was hoping to create some sort of peace deal with Iran, good luck. Unless he's willing to really unzip his fly and give them some sort of consolation prize, whether it be giving them the ability to tax the Strait of Hormuz or giving them cash or lifting sanctions, they're not going to bite. And they will continue to do this because these people are freaking insane. So just stop telling us there's a deal. I mean, like, with respect and love for President Trump, shut up. Do more what you did with Kristen Welker and show people. Do what you did at the game last night, at the Knicks game, and smile when people booed you. That was magnanimous. And honestly, you walking out on Kristen Welker, she deserved it. She's a complete bitch. Good for you. But just stop talking about a peace deal. It's not coming. It's not coming. We know it's not coming. But you get people's hopes up, and then they go, why is he lying to us? He never has lied to us before. Why now? And people are like, oh, he's playing 4D chess, and it's a bit, no, there's no 4D chess. Iran is not going to settle. Iran is going to continue to do this, and they will continue to run proxy. This is why they don't hold Hezbollah accountable, because Hezbollah can attack Israel from the north, and they can sit here and say, whoa, they broke the peace deal, the temporary ceasefire, because they hit Hezbollah. It's like, wait a second. Hezbollah is in Lebanon. What do you mean? Well, how is that a part? Well, because they're a proxy of Iran. So whether it's Hamas or the JIP or the Muslim Brotherhood or the IRGC or Hamas or Hamas, Al-Qaeda, ISIS-K, whatever group you want to go ahead and say, whenever you attack them, they're a proxy of Iran. So they're saying, oh, you're attacking Iran. They're never going to settle. So we need to stop pretending that this is going to, oh, it's any day now. This weekend we'll have it. No, you don't. No, you won't. Yeah. No. What? He been trying to get a deal, and our first Iran was trying to work with him, but then you got his dumbass Israel BB nonsense throwing nukes without the permission of Trump. Throwing nukes? I don't know what that means. What I do know is that Israel is trying to, you guys have to understand something. We may want Israel just to stop. We may want Israel just to sit there and be good little boys and girls and listen to the United States, but they have their own country, and they're the ones who have to live there, and they're the ones who've been a target for 3,200 years from all the Arab countries. It's not us. And so do I believe Benjamin Netanyahu gets out of line? Yeah. Do I believe that we don't have to agree with Israel from a geopolitical standpoint all the time? We don't. Do I think that they spy on us and we spy on them? Of course. England spies on us. We spy on England, Poland. It doesn't matter. Russia, China, North Korea, Sweden, Finland. Everybody spies on everybody else. But Israel has been also forced out of these peace talks. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? We want to be a part of this. This has to do with us. Of course, Donald Trump is like, no, you're kind of like, we're talking to the Japanese samurai and you're a concubine and women offend them and you don't get an opinion. That's what Trump's doing. And honestly, it's fine because Arabs don't like Jews and they complicate the situation and emotions get involved. I'm fine with that, but you can't expect Israel not to do something. You can't expect them not to spy on the U.S. and find out what the hell's going on, because they're going to. And when Trump called Benjamin Netanyahu a crazy fucker, well, yeah. And honestly, I think that's just dialogue. That's just Trump. I think Trump and Netanyahu get along. I think that Trump wants Netanyahu to listen to him. And there are times where Netanyahu won't. And Trump is saying, you might want to listen to me, because honestly, without us, this shit's going to fire off. And if we walk away and don't fund you, good luck. Good luck without our weapon systems. What are you going to put in the Patriot missile system? What are you going to put in David's sling? What are you going to put into Iron Dome? Well, those are American man-made weapon systems, and good luck finding anyone to go ahead and do that. You may own them, but they're ours. Now, people say, well, Israel never gets involved in the fight. Well, that's not true. 103.48 from Mel Lowe, been MIA for a bit. I know we missed you. Holy shit, welcome back. But the thing that people need to understand is people are like, well, Israel never gets involved. Excuse me. Israel just gave the Iron Dome system to the UAE to protect from strikes. That's an Arab country. Let me say that again. That's like Jerusalem and Damascus and Tehran getting a peace deal, okay? And Riyadh. What I just said is an incredible thing. And if you knew anything about the Middle East, you would agree with me here. Folks, them giving the Iron Dome to UAE, that is an Arab country. That was a terrorist country. That's a country that has hit and struck Israel by proxy. And they gave them the Iron Dome to protect them from Iran. Don't give me any shit that Israel is controlling the world and they're an empire and they're trying to take over the Middle East and they're evil and all. You know what? Israel does more for Arabs than Arabs have ever done for Israel. And you can look at every single Arab nation and you could look at every group of people, but you can just start with Gazans. The Jews gave up their territory. Look at the Golan Heights. Look at the West Bank. Are you kidding me? Jews gave up. 1 second. See, you can bark, but I can bark louder. Okay. All right. Thank you for being sorry. Daddy had to get the big voice out. Good girl. It's okay. It's okay. All right. I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't know it was that serious. She sees me on the screen and she's barking at me. She can't understand why I'm on the screen and why I'm here, so she barks. Dad needed to let her know she can't do that. Okay. It's amazing. Use big boy voice, and she's like, "Oh shit, Dad's got a bigger voice than I do." So the whole point is this: is that you can say whatever you want about Israel. It's fine. You can disagree with Israel, but these people who do disagree with Israel adamantly, they don't care about Israel. They care that they don't like Jews, and that's what this is about. Jews have a right to defend themselves. Jews have a right to live. Iran has a right to defend themselves. What Iran does not have a right to do is run proxy groups to go ahead and run terroristic acts on 7 different countries and then go ahead and sit back, whoa, what did we do? That's it. We'll see what happens. Let's go Carolina. Yeah, let's go Carolina. They need to win this game. They don't win this game, it's over. Folks, commercial. You haven't seen it yet. Family sat down, did this together, and I think you'll enjoy it, which is the donation commercial. We're about $97 away from goal. We're right on time. I'll give you an update on the baseball game when we get right back. Don't leave. We're not going anywhere. You shouldn't go anywhere. This is a funny commercial, and you can help donate to the Don and Friendly Show. Here it is.
What the hell is that? It's a boy on a broom? Well, don't open the window. Bloody hell!
Muggles, I'm sorry for using magic outside of Hogwarts, but I'm in dire need. Have any of you Muggles seen my golden ball?
Did you just say he's looking for his gold balls? I think he said golden ball.
Right you are. You two are very bright witches.
You really are the brightest witch of your age.
Did he just call us bitch? It's a Harry Potter movie. You have to keep it PG-13.
You know my name? I am Harry Potter. That means you know where it is.
No, we haven't seen it.
Well, you can buy a new one at the Dumb Show. You get 10% off for using code DUMB10.
Bloody brilliant! 10 points to Gryffindor.
Did he just call us Griffin whores?
If you want to take part in more adventures, you too can donate to The Dumb Show. You can go to thedumbshow.com/donate. We take PayPal, Venmo, credit card, and you can even send us an owl at P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142. Please make sure to leave your name and a message, and we will share it on the next show. Live weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, Oh, them Dumbledore sent you two.
Okay, seriously? What's a fumblesaur?
Tommy Cawthon decided to go ahead and buy 6 of the coin boxes, which is amazing. I am going to have to talk to our vendor. He is going to flip out. But 6 of the coins Tommy decided to buy tonight. So, Tommy, we're going to get those sent to you. And thank you for that. That is a massive purchase, and we appreciate it. Folks, you can go to the donate to The Dumb Show at thedumbshow.com/donate. We appreciate it to hit that $300 goal. No, Ash does not have to go potty. Ash wants mom and sister and brother, and she's bored. And she wants dad to stop talking to the TV and pay attention to her. That's why she's barking. She's barking at the TV, thinking I'm in the TV and watching the TV, and she's being a shit. So that's it. So, Tommy, thank you for buying the coin boxes. We'll get those shipped out. I've already ordered the first batch. Those will be here tomorrow, and we will start sending them out. And then we've got a whole bunch to pick up because we have another 30 that another one of our viewers is ordering 30 of those. So we're going to get those out as soon as we can. So if you have a chance to donate, folks, please do. 204.58 is where we're at. We'll move on from all the Iran talk, but I wanted to go ahead and give you that. Here's Tallarico's, Stephen Pratt did so well. Is it Stephen Pratt? See, I always think of Stephen Platt when I'm from Image Comics, who did the Prophet series. Is it Stephen Pratt? I don't know why I know it's Stephen Pratt. It has to be Stephen. I don't know why I'm drawing it. It doesn't matter. Tallarico decided to make his own ad in response to Stephen Pratt's success. Here it is.
Boys in white dresses with blue satin sashes, girls stuffed with hormones till they grow mustaches, changing the gender of all your offspring. These are a few of my favorite things.
That's worth a replay.
Boys in white dresses with
Spencer Pratt. See? Stephen Platt. Spencer Pratt, Stephen Pratt. Yep. See, I know. I was wrong. I've said the guy's name a million times. Why I drew a blank, I don't know. But we can watch the Tallarico ad. Here it is.
Boys in white dresses with blue satin sashes, girls stuffed with hormones till they grow mustaches, changing the gender of all your offspring. These are a few of my favorite things.
Paid for by Citizens for Sanity. It's just so stupid. He's such a douche. No, he did not make that. That's a joke. That's AI. I know. It was funny, though. Folks, if you have not had a chance, what are we talking about with all these coins and stuff? And people are like, what's up with the coins? What are we talking about? Why is this something that's important to me? Well, it's important to you. Well, maybe it isn't important to you, but it should be important to you because with these coins, you get a decorative it's a small box. I mean, it's not huge. It's, 5 inches by 2, but it holds 2 coins. But it is beautiful. It's got the American flag emblazoned up on the top, distressed with a brass clasp. It's got 2 gold engraved with enamel. These aren't fake coins. These are real coins. They have a slight bevel to them, so they actually sit up about 3 degrees off the top, so they kind of lean forward a little bit. They come in 2 plastic security cases, and you also get a commemorative sheet explaining what the coins are by Epic Mint and a certificate of authenticity, and they are numbered. Now, they're numbered probably up in the 30 or 40,000 because they are making a metric shit ton of these, but we're selling them like crazy, so you can go to thedumbshow.com and pick up those coins for yourself for $39.99. We are letting you know it is now getting limited. We have an order of 30, we have an order of 6, and then we sold 15, I think, 14 or 15 since last night. So if you're interested, go over to thedumbshow.com. $39.99 is all for you. Go do that. Here is the SPLC getting cooked. I watched this whole thing this morning over some over easy eggs and a couple pieces of toast. And this is the SPLC got cooked. Brandon Gill had a great line of questioning. I'm going to show you a couple clips from this, but the SPLC is under indictment. And of course, the president answered all the questions, not the president of the United States, but the president of the SPLC answered all the questions for the Democrats. But when it came to the Republicans, he was like, oh, well, because of, counsel and this is under indictment, we'll answer these questions during the case, during the court case. He only said that a couple times to the Democrats. But here it is, first video. Watch this.
How many extremist Islamic groups do you have of the 1,500 or so organizations you have on your hate map?
Again, anyone can go to our website.
My office has been looking over it and we can't really find one.
Again, it is the SPLC's.
You think SPLC could provide us a list of the Islamic-oriented groups that you have on your hate map?
Mr. Roy, we don't target any group because of its religion.
Really?
I want to be clear about that.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
That's exactly right. We target no group because of its religion. We target groups because they express statements and engage in activities that demean and vilify.
So you brought up LGBTQ groups a second ago.
Roy.
So you brought up LGBT groups a minute ago. So you think there's a bunch of Islamic groups that are pro-LGBTQ? Is that the position of the SPLC? I just want to make sure the record is reflecting that.
Cooked. So funny. The SPLC is like, listen, our donors knew that we were funding these groups, and the Republicans are like, okay, here's the question. If you are funding KKK extremist groups, people who want to blow up, how many of those groups did you actually provide money for or pay for events that wound up being hostile or turning violent? See, this is like the argument with Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood's like, we don't use money to kill babies. What are you talking about? In fact, it's illegal for us to use money to kill babies. Well, right, but the organization is taking donations or get government subsidies for research or for prophylactics going into a school or providing birth control to 16 and over girls, which there's funding for. But you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're taking money for those proceeds and then using it to perform free abortions or paid abortions. So in essence, you can sit here and say, well, listen, sure, we make Semtex and C4. Sure, we do that. But we don't sell it to terrorists. No, but you sell it to groups who aren't terrorists. And then those people sell it third party, and you're very well aware of it, which makes you culpable and responsible for being an accomplice to something nefarious while knowing a crime is taking place. And if you are giving money that was donated to you to the KKK or to an anti-Semitic neo-Nazi group or Oklahoma City or Charlottesville, and you're funding these people to drive there, without your funding, that wouldn't have happened. So how are you stopping racism? How are you stopping hate crime when you're funding it? Oh, we're not funding it. We're giving money to informants who are then using the money to fund their trips or buy their weapons or explosives. So how many of these people have you given money to who've then done and turned around and done something nefarious? Oh, we can't answer that question. Well, that's why you're being indicted. That's why you're being indicted. That's why the SPLC is a freaking shit show. Because, yes, you've done things to stop crime, yet we're aware of it. Yes, you've done good things, but most of the shit you do is underhanded and nefarious because you're selective and you're a strong arm of the Democratic Party. How do I know this? Well, why don't you educate me on how many hate groups do you have listed that are Arab? How many groups have you listed that are specifically targeting Jews and not minorities that you have them on there? Why is TPUSA labeled as a hate group? Why are certain parents associations that want to find out what their kids are being taught, who are questioning the school boards, are they a part of hate groups? Why are people who have certain types of flags or have the Don't Tread on Me or the Appeal to Heaven or the Come and Take It, which are in our nation's history, the 13 Star, are considered to be part of hate books and hate groups enlisted by the FBI, which was supported by the Southern Poverty Law Center? Why? I wonder. Matt, I think your side gig should be a lawyer. Yeah, I've been told that a few times. Here's Brandon Gill.
Shifting gears a little bit, your organization said that restricting and banning abortion is a tool of the far right uses to maintain white supremacy. Do you believe that pro-lifers are white supremacists?
So it's the middle of the sixth. This is going to be the last inning for the Nationals. It's 7-3. This doesn't look good. Looks like they're going to lose. I don't know how they could be expected to win when three of their best players weren't playing. And the league would not reschedule the game, which is ridiculous. So Ethan's going to be upset. Here's the rest.
Shifting gears a little bit, your organization said that restricting and banning abortion is a tool of the far right uses to maintain white supremacy. Do you believe that pro-lifers are white supremacists?
I believe that reproductive liberty is...
No, do you believe that pro-lifers are white?
What the flying shit is reproductive liberty? This is the new... It's no longer called reproductive rights or reproductive health care. It's now called reproductive liberty. There's no such thing. There is... In fact... When it comes to liberty, there's only a few documents that you get to go ahead and research. The Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights, your state's constitution, the U.S. Constitution. If you really want to get crazy, Declaration of Independence gives that to you, and also the Articles of Confederation can give you some insight. And if you even want to go back to English law, you can go to the Magna Carta. Other than that, the Bible. And in all of those documents, no matter even if you go the English rule of Magna Carta, killing and murdering in a society is antithetical to liberty. I don't know what the you're talking about. What in the is reproductive liberty? The liberty to kill? That's what you're saying. I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere that rights are bestowed upon all for life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. Wait a second. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. Oh, wait a second. That's not the case. It's not life, liberty, pursuit of justice. Why is that? Why isn't it life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice? Well, because some people are not capable of individual justice when something occurs. And that is required not by man and not the individual, but the United States government to protect the citizens of this country. So justice is not endowed upon us. It's not a guaranteed. So they fall under happiness. And it was one of the major changes between the Magna Carta and the Declaration, Bill of Rights, stating life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not the pursuit of justice. So when you sit here and say, well, I want reproductive liberty, it's antithetical to justice because you're murdering the individual, which is the child, which has no rights. There is no form of justice or reciprocity for them, but they are endowed with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which is endowed by our Creator and the natural laws. So when you say reproductive liberty, I have no idea what you're talking about. That's why it's not life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it's your job as the United States government to protect those rights for all, not just us, all people in the United States. That is why when an illegal comes here, we treat them a certain way. And although we just want to round them up and put them in chains and black bag them and throw them in train cars, no, we don't do that because we're not Nazis. But we will remove them expeditiously under this administration, but with humanity, because they are endowed with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They can just do it somewhere else. Here's the rest of Brandon Gill trying to dismantle Mr. Fair, which he does.
Supremacists?
I will tell you what I believe if you're asking.
Yes or no?
I can't answer that question, yes or no.
I don't think that pro-lifers are white supremacists. Do you?
What I think is that reproductive liberty is a right that every woman should enjoy.
How many babies in the United States that are aborted are black?
Yes. Get him. Get him, because I think it's more racist that more black babies are killed than white babies, and predominantly in Democrat-run neighborhoods. Wow, what a great point, Mr. Gill.
40% of abortions nationwide are of black babies. Blacks represent about 13% of the population. Does that sound like something a white supremacist would oppose?
What I would say again is that SPLC supports reproductive liberty.
Calling somebody a white supremacist is a pretty serious charge, isn't it? I would think you would be able to defend that if your organization says that. You clearly seem unable to.
Mr. Gill, I'm not sure why you would think I'm unable to do anything.
Because you're the president of the
Sherry Starr asks a great question. What is happiness? Well, it wasn't happiness like being jovial and being giddy. The founding fathers believed that life and liberty were essential. If you have a good life and you're healthy and you have liberty, which are the freedoms, that essentially happiness will come. But happiness was defined during those times based upon the morality and the values of those times, which was be able to earn a living, to have a trade, to have a family, to not be oppressed, to not be taxed into obscurity or taxed into bankruptcy or depravity, to be able to believe in one's God or not to believe in one's God, to have loyalty and patriotism to the country, to defend one country in time of need. These were the values of happiness. To have a land, to have a home, to have the American dream at the time, which was not even a dream, it was an American hope, which ultimately became one of the greatest places to live, to fight for that dream that our forefathers, founding fathers, and our own fathers, grandparents, and loved ones achieved before us, to leave prosperity and a better life for those after we left this earth in this mortal coil. So as we define happiness, that's the definition of happiness. And it hasn't changed much, has it? Yeah.
SPLC, which labels pro-lifers as racists.
Well,
does your organization just hurl around epithets like that without any justification?
Mr. Gill, what we do is
I'm giving you the opportunity to
You're not giving me the
Mr. Chairman, what's he referring to? And can he let the witness answer the question? This is outrageous.
No, it's not. The time
Allow him to
belongs.
speak.
I know you don't like
What are you
my
referring to?
Time
I know you
belongs.
don't like my question.
What are you referring to,
Time
Mr. Gill?
belongs to the gentleman from
My time
Texas.
here.
It's now expired, but he will be able to ask his last question, and we'll give the witness a chance to respond.
All right, I'll give my last question to Dr. King. Dr. King, are pro-lifers white supremacists?
Pro-lifers cannot be white supremacists. Pro-lifers believe in life from the womb to the tomb and beyond. Pro-lifers fight for every baby in the womb, regardless of skin color.
Correct.
We have been aborted as blacks in America disproportionately. And so the white supremacists are Planned Parenthood, who admitted that they do have racist underpinning with an agenda to reduce the black population by abortion.
That's right. Thank you, Dr. King.
Thank you.
Folks, it's not hard. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. And of course, they don't want to answer those questions because it's easier to say cliche. They want to have a soundbite. They don't care about the truth. And the truth is, there is nobody more racist in the history of the United States than the Democratic Party. Donald Thompson says the original draft was life, liberty, and if said property, slavery would have been a problem. That's right. That's why Jefferson had it changed. He was absolutely influenced by John Locke. And life, liberty, and property. But the pursuit of happiness, it was a philosophical concept. So they replaced the word property with the pursuit of happiness. The derivative of that also comes with justice. And during those conversations and using pursuit of happiness in the verbiage, the question came, well, what about justice? If we can't say property, what about justice, the pursuit of justice? And even though slavery is still an issue of today, can we use justice as a foregone conclusion of reaching that at some point in our nation's history? And the answer to that was very divided. So the pursuit of happiness instead of the pursuit of justice. It's wonderful. It's a great point. And Locke, life, liberty, and property was the first draft of the Constitution, changed the pursuit of happiness because of slavery. Well, it wasn't just, I know, but Donald, I'm giving you foresight into the conversation, that it wasn't just like, hey, it's life, liberty, and pursuit, life, liberty, and property. But then all of a sudden they're like, no, let's do happiness instead. There was a conversation inside of that came into justice as well. They already found Karmello Anthony guilty, Robert. We're going to cover it. He's already been found guilty. Yep. We've got a video on that. Candace, she's full of shit. Here it is.
I certainly didn't suspect Turning Point USA would be, as I believe, involved in a cover-up. You know, it doesn't necessarily.
All right. So this is interesting because this is the woman who's been saying for 7 months that Erica Kirk was never the CEO and that there was no evidence of CEO that she was the CEO. You guys, I thought they already said Karmello Anthony was guilty. What was the collapse in the streets? Was that someone shoot their load early? We'll have a conversation about that. Folks, we're at 2:04:58. We've got 30 minutes. I got to put up the clock. We are running low on time, and we got to hit goal. We need your help. Without you, we can't do it. So we need $96 and hoping that you can help us out. That would be amazing. We always like to hit goal. So I'm going to put 27 minutes on here, and hopefully we can hit it. So you guys, I thought there was an answer already. It was when we came on. I saw a couple of videos. Yeah, he was found guilty of murder. They already got it. Karmello Anthony found guilty of murder for the track stabbing. This was 4 hours ago, 55 minutes ago, 33 minutes ago. Yeah, it's been out for a while. Yep. No, just listen to this real quick. Hold on a second. Just listen.
Really mean they were involved in plotting to kill him. And I've never said that. Cam Higbee is on the payroll of Turning Point USA, the very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world. What about his burial? How come we haven't seen anything about his burial?
You repeatedly questioned why we weren't being told where Charlie Kirk is buried. Did you get those answers?
You have the wrong commentator who questioned that.
You've never questioned? You've never asked?
Good. Go to jail for the rest of his life. I don't care. 35 years. Who cares?
Charlie's buried?
Nope. What about his burial? How come we haven't seen anything about his burial?
She has said Charlie's murder, quote, had to be approved by Charlie's friends, and then suggested those friends might have her murdered too for, quote, knowing.
I never said that. The decision was made to murder Charlie Kirk, a decision that very clearly had to be approved by Charlie's friends. Is this going to be the pathway forward? You're going to start murdering more people in broad daylight for knowing? I never said that. I was totally in a cloud of grief. Okay, you remember I had to go away to Wyoming just to breathe. Like, what am I doing wrong here that I have to go?
So the interesting thing, this is the Candace cult, these followers who are such retards. I can't stand it. Stephen Jackson donated $10. Thanks, Stephen. To the #1 show. God, I wish that was true. Better than this piece of shit, this chick. She doesn't deserve it. I wish people, a lot of podcasters could take her audience and divide it by a few 100 podcasts because they deserve it. She's a horrible human being. Candace Owens, for 7 months now, has said that there was no line of succession for Charlie Kirk to Erica Kirk. There was never any proof. And there is a video out there that says that Charlie did, and it wasn't AI. Well, Candace comes out and goes, oh, really? Well, I've had that video for so many months. So you lied to your people. You told them there was no evidence, and then you had it. She's such a liar. She's such a hypocrite. I hate this woman. Like, nothing. The worst thing imaginable isn't bad enough for her. It's just not bad enough for her. They just lie. She just lies. That's all she does. She's just a liar. Man, just a horrible human being.
Way and cry for a long time, and everyone else just kind of seemed giddy. That's the only way I can describe it, like giddy. That emotion shouldn't be possible. It shouldn't be possible, actually. I was in this aggrieved stage, and I really didn't poke my head up until weeks later when I could stop crying about it every second. Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. First, this is fantastic that Preborn is doing this. I just want to remind you guys about Pure Talk. Also reminding you guys about American financing. Also reminding you guys about GNO land. Also telling you guys about Just Thrive. You can head over to our website, Candace.
Now, I am very well aware that Chuck passed away last night. And right afterwards, I go into $25 jacket in to win it in the coins. Okay? Completely understand. What's the difference? What's the difference? Because we had our moment to grieve and push through and say we're going to go through the show. And we had the jacket drawing that we already pushed off on Friday. And I thought we at least did it with some class and some tact and had our, 10, 15 minutes to talk about it, to kind of work through it, and then go with the show. Literally seconds after Charlie's dead, she's out there selling and pushes 20 different commercials. To me, there's a difference. But I promise you this, although Chuck was absolutely a huge part of my life, if it was Mike or Olivia or Barry or my kid, you wouldn't see me. And that's just the way that works. There's a reason why we don't fundraise on Veterans Day. There's a reason why we don't fundraise during certain times of the year, 9/11, whatever, and don't profit off of it. There's a reason why. Yes, and Chuck would have wanted that. But she's a piece of shit. That's it. She's a horrible human being. And I'm glad you guys are listening to me now. I'm glad we're there because it's important.
You can sign up, buy yourself a hat. I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually. I haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk because it felt icky to me. I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that. There's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating.
And as I get into the intersection,
this goes on for 20 more minutes. 20. I don't have time to play it. 20 minutes. This bitch just lies about Charlie Kirk, lies that she has. This woman is playing on the emotions of people and has literally turned millions of people against Eric Kirk. She's a horrible human being. And she's going to get hers. We know she's going to get hers. I personally believe, and you can call me crazy on this, I don't think God meddles in the affairs of man very often, but if you believe that God works vicariously through people and that God has a plan and a purpose, if you look at Charlie, the way he went and what it did for a very large group of people, seeing what was happening with October 7th, seeing what was happening to Israel, seeing with the hatred that happened, knowing that this division was coming between Christian Judeo-ethics and the world, that God would do everything he could to stop the worst things and the worst things that were foretold in the Bible to help in any way that he could, took Charlie maybe as one last chance to revive people into hearing his word and use Charlie as a vessel to inspire godliness on this mortal coil, because look how quickly everything came together. Look how many people made a pilgrimage to Arizona to at least pay respects to him. The size of it. It was massive. And Charlie had an absolute impact on revitalizing this reawakening, this turning point in Christianity. Bible sales, people joining churches, people joining church groups, TPUSA growing. All of this is huge. Of course he's going to appeal. Of course he will. He's going to lose. It's an open and shut case. Why'd you bring a knife? End of story. It's premeditated. That's it. Your intent was to use it to kill somebody. That's what you did. And you went and picked a fight and sat on the opposing side. You did it on purpose. And then you killed somebody in a fight. Doesn't matter if that fight was wrong. Doesn't matter if that kid was a dick. It doesn't matter anything. You stabbed him. You killed him. You escalated. He was unarmed. End of the story. Debbie Boggs donated $17.76. Thank you, Debbie Boggs. God bless America. Indeed. Thank you, Debbie. But here is the real problem with Candace. Candace went to Russia. And as she went to Russia, there was a little summit there. And she likes to tell us that she went there on a family vacation, but then also took $250,000 to speak at this summit. What's interesting is that makes her a foreign agent. Ryan says, Matt, did Mike get a jacket? If not, I'll pay for one in Chuck's memory. Mike. What am I missing, brother? Lori, verdict in 35 years. Yep, I saw that. What am I missing, Ryan? I'm sorry, I'm not being insensitive. Mike. God, am I totally missing something? What am I missing? Did Mike get a jacket? Ryan, I'm so sorry am I dropping the ball here? And you guys will be like, dude, Mike, Matt. And I'm like, which Mike? Like, I'm drawing a blank. Like, there's my Mike. Then there's Mikey No Legs. I know like 70 Mikes. Like, I need some help. Oh, Mike Roch? Did he win a jacket? Yeah, I think he won. Or won. Yeah, Mike won a jacket. He did. And he deserved it. Everyone deserves it. But Mike, yeah, he won. That's what you mean. 600,000 rating as a public defender. What's wrong with that picture? Exactly, Donald. That's exactly right. Oh, yeah, Robert. If they had one black person on a jury, it would have been a hung jury. We don't even know there's not going to be any riots tonight. I'm hearing that Graham Plattner's at 60% right now. I'll give you an update here in a second. First, let's do Candace and Farah. Folks, we are about $70 away. We'd really like to push over. Here's the rest.
What happened, my husband and I planned a family vacation to Russia. We then thought, hey, while we're there, we should try to see if we can get an interview with Vladimir Putin, because that would make sense. It would be amazing. And so we put in a formal request, and that request was denied, as it is every year. I've actually been trying to interview Vladimir Putin for like 5 years now. I actually put in a request when I was working at the Daily Wire, ironically, to pitch it to the CEOs. I was like, maybe we can make this happen. We're trying to make it happen. And I think, to be honest with you, that Vladimir Putin doesn't know I exist. I'm working on it, okay? Tucker Carlson stole my shine. Anyway, we were informed that, well, if this is when you're coming, if you extend your trip a little beyond that week that you're intending to go, you could make it to the annual SPEEF conference, which is like the Davos of the East, so to speak. Just so you guys know, this is the most hilarious part. Trump administration sent an entire delegation to this same conference. Nobody reported on them. Nobody cared. I had every journalist asking, who's paying for this trip to Russia? Who's paying for it? We're paying for it because it's a family vacation. We pay for our own vacations. And so when they asked if I'd be interested in participating in a panel to discuss family, I said, sure, yes, that sounds great. And the rest is just sort of clinical neuroses, I guess.
She's so screwed. Like, you just openly said that you took no money from Russia. No money. I think we're going to find out that you did. By the way, a 3-1 lead is not safe for Carolina. Go up by 6 goals, and you might be safe against Vegas. This series has had no defense. So, just something to think about. She needs to register as a foreign agent because she's taking money from foreign governments. That's the way this works. Let's go ahead, Ted, and take a look on the Plattner race. I think Ethan lost. His team lost. As of right now, Susan Collins, obviously projected winner because she was uncontested. Looks like it's too early to call. 0.2% of the votes have been counted. What a bunch of shitheads. Right now, 278 votes. Give me a break. It's been closed for 16 minutes. How long does this take? Graham Plattner is at almost 70%. I do not imagine Democrats, they should call this now. Even though there's 207,000 votes out there and he only has 0.2% of the votes, there is no way that this guy is going to lose. Democrats are going to give it to him. Of course they are. Democrats don't care. They're racists. They're racists. Evil. Absolutely evil. Why are these people like this? We have Democrats who are, folks, we're going to miss goal. It's 13 minutes, $232.34. We got to hit goal. If you have a chance, help us out. Go to thedumbshow.com/donate. We would appreciate you if you would mind helping us out. Thank you. Mills is at 18.8. David Castillo's at 12.8. They're splitting votes. Andrea Laflamme is a write-in. She's at 0.3. And they're still counting. This is gonna go all fucking night. This is ridiculous. Polls closed at 8 o'clock. 0.5%. This is gonna be forever. It's gonna take forever. You want to know why? They're gonna slow roll the count so it doesn't make the news cycle for the evening news. They're going to slow roll it till about 11 o'clock. That way it gets buried in the nighttime. And then when they wake up in the morning, it'll be a quick splash and then it'll be over. Democrats are going to make sure they slow roll this count. I'm telling you right now, Maine never is slow. Not like this. This is why. And this shows you right there. If that's not influenced, there it is. It's right there. I guarantee you Democrats told them, count slow. It's a Democrat primary. Slow it. Go real slow. I've been watching Maine do elections for quite a while. Maine is never this slow. Presidential election comes in faster than this. 0.2%, 49 minutes in. Give me a break. I like your Harry Potter commercial one more time. I don't know. I think once is enough. Feels like it's begging if it's any more than that. 0.5%. We'll keep you up to date. Here is, why are these people like this? These are the people who continue talking about civil war. These are the people who we're going to have to go toe-to-toe with if that happens. Here it is.
Take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
It's not bad. I've heard worse. I'm fine. Whatever. That's okay. But, I mean, it was actually fairly well done. They had good tone. Harmony was good. They hit the notes. Whatever. I mean, listen, gay people are supposed to be happy. They're supposed to be flamboyant. I don't give a shit about that. But just don't sit here and say you're not going to take it. Yes, you are. You're going to take it. You're going to take all 12 inches of it. Because that's what you like to do. But you're not going to pick up a weapon and go to post. Okay? Come on. So you're going to take it and you're going to like it, mister. Folks, likes, we need them. We need likes. We need the rest of our donations. $232.34. We're almost there. $68. Ethan lost tonight. I want to get off on time because right when he pulls in, I got to go love my kid. So let's get there. But then this is something completely different. this is the new style, and it's a mix between hippies, Charles Manson followers, and I don't know what else this is. This is gross. Like, these people, I don't mean to be rude, but I watched the video and you can smell them through the video. I mean, these people are obnoxious. They're disgusting. But it's like village people, hippies, not village people, hippies, Charles Manson, acolytes, and what else? I don't know. You guys tell me. This is weird shit. Pardon the language.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Oh, angry emojis don't hurt the show. You can put angry emojis all you want. That's a fallacy. So it's balls, and we love it when he does this. So hit those anger emojis all you want. We don't care. We love that we're triggering him. We love it. We love it that what's funny is he comments every 2 weeks because he has to make these accounts, and he can't actually comment for 2 weeks. So he makes this like spreadsheet of all these accounts, and then I ban him, and then he has to start over again. It's great. I love it. But he can't stop. Like, you would think that he would keep a couple accounts in arrears. So he can continue, but he can't control himself. So like I banned like 4 in one night, and he comes on as a woman, he comes on as some guy, and that's what happens. It's great. By the way, folks, 0.6% of it in. It's going to take forever. He's at 70% now. It's stupid. Anyway, here's the rest of these people. Just look at how it's just gross. It's gross.
Bitch, shut the fuck up! Bitch, shut the fuck up! Shit. Bitch, shut the fuck up!
Bitch, shut the fuck up!
This should be a Febreze commercial.
Bitch, shut the fuck up! Bitch. Shut the fuck up!
Is that Walls' daughter? No.
Bitch, shut the fuck up! Y'all better be fucking quiet, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I just spay and neuter your pets. That's the only thing I can tell you. Spay and neuter your pets. That's all. That's all I got. I don't know what else. I don't know what the point of that was. I have no idea. But this is who they are. Oh, Canada. Seriously, Canada, you guys stop making this so easy. By the way, folks, 0.8% of the votes in. Graham Plattner is winning 71%. It's over. Like, just call it already. Democrats are not going to go against this. They want him. This is what they want. This is what they think is needed in order to beat Trump. When all they got to do is wait 2.5 years and it's over anyway. Here is Canada, because climate change is just as serious as murder.
Violence against nature and the climate are inseparable from violence against humans. One example is climate change as a gendered issue, which leads to...
Wait, what? Let's try that again. Hold on. Let's hear what Canada has to say.
Violence against nature and the climate are inseparable from violence against humans. One example...
So if I go cut down a tree, I get the death penalty? If I step on an ant, is it murder? If I swat a mosquito, is that murder in the first degree or second degree? What happens if I use some ant spray from a line of ants? Do I get genocide at that point if I take out a couple hundred ants? Is it genocide? Okie dokie.
Is climate change as a gendered issue, which leads to systemic disadvantages for all women. The final report of the National Inquiry on Missing and
Isn't that
Murdered
sexist
Indigenous...
to begin with? Isn't that a microaggression? What about men? What about non-binary? So what about rainbow-spotted unicorns? Really? Did you just say women? What's a woman? Define woman for me. Nice cleavage. I fantastic. Good for her.
Women and girls identified direct links between resource extraction projects like oil pipelines and violence towards Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit. The Alberta MOU and the proposals within the Getting Major Projects Built in Canada paper, which allow the government to bypass protections for the environment, Indigenous rights, and established conventions, are harmful enough without the added insult of our tax-funded support to companies engaged. If we cannot immediately end all new oil and gas extraction in Canada, we must at least end subsidies to the industry, costing us billions of taxpayer dollars.
Right. Okay. More craziness. So, folks, in Canada, climate change is just as bad as murder. So if you mess with nature, you're cooked. So like using an ICE engine, internal combustion engine, is that assault? I don't understand what, like, can somebody from Canada help me out what the hell these people are talking about? Because I'm confused. 3 videos and all of them are completely confusing. Chicks on the Right are back. Beth in Massachusetts. I saw this video the other night, and I figured it'd be a good one to go ahead and show you. I'll just let you watch it.
I ain't seen nothing yet because I'm about to show you Beth from Massachusetts 6th District. All I can say is good luck, Massachusetts.
You in danger, girl. My name is Beth, and I'm running for Congress in the Massachusetts 6th Congressional District. After Trump was elected, my representative Seth Moulton tried to throw trans kids under the bus for his political career. And that's why I stepped up to challenge him. Trans people aren't political props, and slapping a rainbow on a bomb isn't support. Congress needs to take real action.
That's Beth, you guys.
WTF did I just watch?
That's Beth. Mel, explain to me what's going on. Hey, be careful. Is using the phone does that harm nature in any way? Does that using power? So does that ultimately, do the radio waves confuse bees?
It does, but it's only selective.
Oh.
It's very selective.
I see.
We really have to be very selective.
So is it similar to all Nazis are bad except the ones that are Democrats? Is it like that?
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Selective outrage.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, and it's being perpetuated by, well, actually a couple of the chiefy thingies that have been out there in the last whatever being called out because they're being paid off by these groups and they've been caught about all these different things that they're environmental, it's bullshit.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, it's just so bad. And like right now, the big thing is all these land claims. So now they're doing the deflect and the whatever, and we're still the poor me, the whatever, and we're abused and you haven't given us whatever. And we're like, no, we just want to know where $25 million went to dig up 215 supposed murder site in one residential school. And now, they're passing or they're trying to pass a law to say that you can't talk about it, otherwise you're going to jail for 2 years.
Was this the Native American shit?
It's called it's called denialism, and you can go to jail for denialism, saying
right.
There's no graves there.
Hey, was this the Native American thing where there were supposed to be mass graves and shit, and they put a bunch of
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This when UNDRIP got in, the UN got in and said, "Oh, you poor natives! Well, get the UN, get the hell out of our country because you have whatever." And these people, the one group, where this 215 supposed graves are, that started this whole shit show about the residential school and all these murders of all these Indigenous children and. It's a mass grave. Well, it turns out where this is supposed to be is a septic field. And there's maps showing where the septic, whatever. And they're saying, well, no,
Angela
Well, and now
Hills.
say,
One second,
well,
Mel. Angela
oh,
Hills donated $17.66 to get you closer. Thank you, Angela. We appreciate you. Go ahead, Mel.
perfect. But yeah, it's an Indigenous scam, and it has been for a long time, and they just want more and more and more, and they're now pulling out the crying towels even more. So that woman that was just like, everything is, Indigenous, whatever. I'm like, fine. You guys go back. You can have your teepees. You can have your whatever. You had no horses before the Spaniards got to this country. So you guys can walk. You can't have cars, and you can't go to Walmart, and you can't shop on Amazon. Like, we're getting sick and tired of this shit. Like, the Canadian population is done. Like, we're
good.
But
good.
The government is like, no, but the government is like, no, they just passed, or they're trying to pass a law through the Supreme Court here that if you talk about this, you can be charged for denialism and go to jail for 2 years. Because we're for asking a question going, prove it. Prove where these murders, mass graves are, and if they were murders, or did they die because of TB and all the other things that were going on.
Paul Rivera
at the
donated.
time.
Hold on a second, Mel. Paul Rivera donated $51.99. Been in and out tonight. Headed to a bull riding event. Had to stop and put some on it. Thank you, Paul. We love you, buddy. So okay, so this climate change thing.
It's a scam.
All right. So
climate change.
Do they really? I know. Do they really believe this shit though, or is this just?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, it's a scam because there's been two chiefs now that have been caught up here, and they accepted money from the Tides Foundation and whatever in the States to go and advocate, do whatever to stop a bunch of whatever. And they're, oh, well, yeah, we didn't know. Like, bullshit, you didn't know. They're all paid protesters with headdress on.
Okay,
Like,
so when are we going? When are you guys
like,
going to become the 51st state and stuff? When's this shit going to happen? Is that
no, we're never going to become the first 51st state.
Yeah.
I wish, but anyways,
I would
that's
too.
not going to happen because I would really like to shop in Amazon.com instead of Amazon.ca.
Oh my
And
God!
would really
I
like
accidentally
some
have
really
done
good
that
cell
before.
phone
I've left my
program.
VPN on Canada, and I went into Amazon.ca. Holy shit, that's a different world, isn't it?
Oh, it's totally different. Like there's so many things, and we have the commercials for a whole bunch of items, and you can get it on Amazon and Walmart and whatever. And I'm like, so I go into Walmart.ca and I go to Amazon.ca, and I'm like, so where are these products? Oh, well, no, they're not in Canada. You can only get them in the fucking States. And I'm like, but we want them here. But no, we can't have that. We can't have that. So it's double. It's Amazon.ca or Amazon.com, and it sucks.
All right.
It really does. Like, if they wanted this economic thing, whatever, to boom, like, there's so many things I like to do and shop on, and in the States, we can't because.
No, I know. I tried to send you some coffee, and it was like literally like buying a black market nuke. JD Stillwell donated 20. Been in and out tonight. Headed to bull riding. Oh, someone put the last comment. That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna let you go, sister.
So,
I'm gonna cut out because I got Ethan literally pulling up in the driveway, and I gotta go hold my son and calm him down.
I know.
All right.
And Ash will be waiting for his family.
Oh my God, the dog is gonna pounce on them. I tell you what, she's flipping out tonight. Love you, kid. Thanks for calling. I missed you.
Love you.
Good to have you back.
Me too.
All right, bye. Wow. Yeah. Well, interesting. Interesting to say the least. By the way, folks, if you're looking to get some updates on the Maine election, 1% of the vote is officially in, and Graham Plattner is already at 71.6%. This is gonna take a while. Not going anywhere. Grab a Snickers. This is gonna take a long time. I'll be surprised. It'll probably be at 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You might know. Here's the rest of Chicks on the Right.
Like, why do you have to do that to us at 7:59 in the morning? Why do you have to do that, Mock? It's like I wasn't prepared for the voice.
I'm still not prepared, and I've seen it several times.
Dichotomy that just happened there. I'm Beth. No. Why is everybody crazy? Why?
Yep.
Stop it.
Lindsey Graham won in South Carolina. Of course he did. Frickin' can't stand him. Bears relocation. This is a big loss for Chicago. Bears are going to go over to Wisconsin. Now, I don't know if this is a training facility, but it just listen to this.
On the topic of funding for the Chicago Bears
Yes.
to stay in Chicago.
Yeah.
You said that you didn't want to spend any taxpayer dollars for the Bears to
No, I
stay.
said I don't want to raise taxes to pay for
Or
it. That's
raise
for sure.
taxes, But yet you've been more than happy and even proud to spend billions of taxpayer dollars on illegal aliens.
No, that's not true.
We all know that the Bears generate revenue.
Can I
Illegal
call you
aliens-
William?
Please.
Okay,
Illegal
William.
aliens, if I may
I
ask
think
my
you
question.
know that. Oh, I'm sorry.
If
I
may ask the
thought that
question.
was the question.
We know that the Bears generate revenue. Illegal
Yes.
aliens typically
100%.
typically are a drain on taxpayer dollars. Do you think that long term, especially when you're running for president of the United States, losing the Chicago Bears will be a bad.
Hammond, Indiana, I believe is where they're going. Yeah, it's not Wisconsin. Hammond, Indiana. Pritzker doesn't like this.
William, you've conflated a lot of and mistakenly presented the history. You may not recall that it was the governor of Texas, Abbott, who decided to throw people onto buses and ship them across the country, 55,000 of them to the city of Chicago, to the state of Illinois. We didn't get much help from the federal government to deal with that. And so
that's because you're a sanctuary city. So what's the difference between you allowing them and flying them in the dead of night versus us dropping them off? You're a sanctuary. Listen, do you think birds go into a sanctuary and go, wait a second. You can't drop those birds off at this sanctuary. They have to find it on their own. Huh? So we're doing you a favor. You want sanctuary cities. Now you don't want it. Isn't it amazing that you guys want sanctuary cities, but then when people actually start dropping them off, you're like, wait a second, this is wrong. These aren't the illegals we're looking for. Hey, TV, who are we? Oh, look at TVs are on Rumble. It's kind of a fun thing we've been doing. Yep.